Welcome back to another Violet Evergarden review. Today is episode 8. I'm Justin,
What is up? I'm Logan.
and together we're Couch Talk. As always, we're anime viewers only, no source material. We're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready. This was a good episode, let me tell you.
It was. We finally
We got
get the
some
development
backstory.
of the backstory. So Gil and Violet, of course, are getting together, and he automatically treats Violet as a human right away, whereas his brother
I feel like he's the only
does not.
person that treated her as a human, because
Yes.
that's
I feel like a lot of them probably saw what she did before not seeing her killing, I guess.
that's true. But I mean, still,
Because like he's like, I found her on the front. She's a weapon. It's like, it's a person, but
I don't. That's it's just strange to me how they view her as a weapon when they're all technically weapons.
they
You're
are all good.
in the army.
But she's like, all right, so
She's just better than
let's put it-
everyone.
She's like Navy SEAL level or something, or the airborne like level, and they're just like all lowly cadets that are going through training. That's what they feel like.
That is how it feels. That is how it's portrayed too. Like,
Yeah, exactly. One thing I want to mention is like they don't always use the opening in every episode. As we see, like sometimes they throw it in there, sometimes they don't. But when they do put it in there, it seems to be like good timing and emphasize kind of like what's going on. Like I feel like it's some good placements they do. And I'm a fan of not using openings.
openings are never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a different thing. And I like how they kind of go between the present and the past in this episode. It's always like a smooth transition when they do it as well. Like right here we get her going to meet Diet Freed, Gilbert's brother. And of course right off the bat, he treats her like a dick. Because he's just a bit of a dick.
Right. I feel like there's this weird thing that how they treat Violet bad. Cause not like Gilbert's brother is like, oh, you're just a weapon, you were just used. And then the guy Gilbert went to, he's like, oh, just use her for as long as you can. It doesn't make sense. You realize you guys are on the same team. You realize she's a really fucking good asset to your army. Why do they treat her like shit? It doesn't make sense. Is it because she's a girl? Is it because she's young? It literally doesn't make sense. If she goes out and kills everybody, that makes it easier for you. Why are you being dicks about it?
I don't know. This leader's a subhuman. I like.
Is it because she
I don't know.
doesn't speak? She just kills with no like emotion. Is that it? I mean, I guess that could be it. Maybe they're like.
I think they just don't think she's a human just because of the way she acts. Like,
It's just strange that they like
which is
give her
like,
so much
why
shit.
Gilbert's so important to her because he gave her humanity.
I just had to speak on that.
Yeah, yeah. And of course he's like, he's like, what? He's like confused that she was sad, and then like because he's like, you're just a tool. He's like, why are you looking like that? And she's like, is it true Major Gilbert's dead? And he's like, wait, you didn't know? It's like, oh shit.
He's pretty dead. Sad boys.
And of course, Hodgins gets some heat from Katya for
I know. I don't know why she's yelling at him. He didn't tell her. He just confirmed it.
he did just
Why?
confirm
It'd be
it.
more rude to lie and get her hopes up.
That is a fact. But yeah, so he's supposed to go find her, which will happen at some point.
Hopefully.
And we get more of the past. Like Violet's taken home from Gil. She bites the maid because at this point she's still not quite human. I don't know how to like. She's just been like.
She lacks
She probably had such a
social-
rough ass past. Like we don't see her full past like before she was taken in. Like
Before the weaponizing.
yeah, like she probably just had a shit home, probably beaten, all this stuff, or was forced to actually kill to survive or something, and never had the time to actually really learn how to talk, and write and read, which is stuff that like Gilbert helps her with. And like earlier you mentioned about the top brass, they just say, oh, she's only good for manslaughter. Abandon her on the battlefield if she comes like not a necessity or something. And it's like, Jesus, dude.
I know. I'm like, why? First of all, if you have to abandon your super weapon, you're probably in a shit situation anyway, and it's probably gonna end up bad.
Exactly.
We do see her get like attached immediately though to Gilbert.
Yeah, because I like the first thing Gilbert did was hug her.
Well, he
Instantly.
treated her like, you know,
And just
not
took
shit.
her in and like, you know, yeah, brought her into a mansion, bathed her and all this stuff. Got her some clothes that didn't quite fit. But they didn't do that. And this is where, you know, like she goes to the mansion again in the present time and goes and checks out the grave. Realizes, oh, he could not be dead. It's like sinking in for her like throughout this whole episode, it's just like progressively starting to sink in.
Right.
Is Gilbert actually dead? There is still a chance because they didn't find the body, but it's more likely guaranteed he is dead.
Right.
Because they did find the body. He wouldn't be dead.
I will say that the action scenes were really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They
were
super like they have very good imagery, like how they present like Violet. Oh, she's just, you know, slaughtering people. But like the way the background fit and like her eyes were glowing, it just, they make it look super cool and super like, I don't know, it's very artistic for such a brutal activity.
Yes, I do still have a little thing where I wish they would have just made her older, because it's still ridiculous that she's like 9 or 10 in this war.
I agree with that.
And she's doing all this badass stuff, like
I definitely agree.
Not at 9 and 10. I'm sorry. Like, I guess there is a chance that if you're raised a certain way from birth, you could be somewhat effective at 9 and 10, but to an extent.
It'd be more realistic if she was older and she had like,
yeah, exactly.
She's been a weapon for like ever.
Exactly. Like, not at 9 and 10. It's still a little ridiculous to me, but I have to just throw that off to the side and just. I'm still just gonna pretend she never said she was 14. And she's actually like 20 something.
Well, the thing about her saying it's 14, you have to kind of like get rid of like logic when she's doing such badass things. It's like, I'm pretty sure a grown-ass man can overpower a 9-year-old girl no matter how much training she got.
True.
So I feel like it'd be more fitting if she was like 25 in current day. And she was like...
Exactly. And she was like 18, 19.
Yeah. That would be more believable.
That's how I'm going with it. I want to pretend that is the ages right now. I'm not going to... Yeah, she said 14 once. Just pretend she never said that and we're good to go.
It was a typo. She's bad at speaking.
Yeah. She meant
24.
She doesn't know when she was born. She could be like 25 and she doesn't know it. She thinks she's 14. All right, it's just how it works. We also learned why she was writing reports every day too. It's basically like the one thing that Gilbert said is like, you know, to learn stuff, you just write reports every day. And that's what she was doing at the beginning of the show. Was just writing reports to him all constantly.
Right.
She had been doing that, so no matter what, she'll always be writing reports.
Excuse me.
And we do get where she met Hodgins. She did in the first episode. It's like, yeah, I remember you. We met once or whatever, and that was their meeting.
Right.
Just him saying, "Hey, I might hire her one day." Never said,
There's
"Hey, that'd be a good idea."
Foreshadowing at that time.
Yeah.
Not foreshadowing for the anime because we already know she gets hired, but.
Exactly. And she did. But that led her thinking she was gonna get disposed of.
Yeah.
And not given orders anymore because she was like, oh, he's already gonna dump me off to this Hodgins guy. It's like, no, it's not. That's not what he means whatsoever. But this time she still just had no emotions besides the one connection to Major Gilbert.
Right. They did emphasize the importance of the brooch again.
Yeah, the brooch.
Brooch, sorry.
I got you, man.
It's not in my everyday vocabulary.
It's not in most people's vocabulary. I'm just a nerd! Anyway, continuing on. They go on their epic mission.
They do have an epic mission. Their super secret Navy SEALs infiltration assassination mission.
So it leads to a lot of people dying, and obviously towards the fall of Gilbert.
Right, so Violet goes badass with Gilbert, takes out that whole floor, or I don't know.
Part of the cathedral, whatever you want to call it, like the dome of the cathedral or something.
Right. And Gilbert kind of lets his guard down. You know, he shoots the flare, basically giving the signal. We got it. And then he's like, he probably felt to himself, all right. Because they even said, like, this could be the last battle, which just makes this more sad because this would be the last battle and then they can live happily ever after. But nope. Of course that don't happen. He gets straight up shot by some camper.
Quit camping.
Right in the eye, too. Ugh. Obviously, that's not what killed him, because we saw him.
Oh, yeah, we know what leads to him dying.
But I feel like we're going to get Berserk Violet at the beginning of next episode, and she's just going to straight up murder that guy and whoever else is left.
Definitely, without a doubt. And of course, Major Gilbert's going to have to reel her in, and then they're going to walk down the cathedral, and then
something bad happens.
Have the exact same scene that we've seen multiple times, but in the full actual flow of it for once.
Right.
And have anything that, because it does feel like she's had some holes in her memory. Maybe they'll get filled in.
Well, yeah, we will probably see Gilbert's death, because she didn't obviously see it.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see it. He'll probably say some sad shit, make me all emotional. But, you know, I'm ready.
But that's the episode overall. You want to jump into scores?
Sure.
I'll go first. I'm giving it a 9. Yes, a 9. First of all,
me too.
Just incredible episode. The animation was incredible. The fightings all was great. Obviously, just the whole background story of her and Gilbert. Just getting more of Gilbert's good because of how important he is to Violet. So seeing those connections, the emotions throughout this episode is just really well done, and seeing her just running from place to place, like crying and just connecting the dots and everything, just emotional. But it's everything I needed from
I
Violet.
agree. It's very emotional. I mean, I talked about how I hope stuff was starting to, you know, get that hardcore emotions from Violet, which we're getting. She's gonna have to accept that he's dead, even though no matter how much she doesn't want to. I'm glad we got the backstory. It kind of built the missing pieces of their like connection that they had, which just makes it more sad. Of course, they always gotta get you while you're down. Dude, I love the like imagery and animation that they use. It's always top notch. Like, there's just scenes that like stand out, and it's like, damn. Like when Violet was looking at the grave and it was like kind of grayed out, and you're like, holy shit. Like I can feel how upset she is just by looking at it. It's just
and
super
even when
good.
she set the forest on fire.
Right.
Like that was really well done, even though I mean, she kind of messed up a bit.
It's just super good. I'm curious to see how Violet comes to terms with losing the only person who's really cared for her.
Yes,
At
exactly.
least
So
at that time. I mean,
yeah,
other
at
people
that
are
time,
starting to care for her, but it wasn't
and she's
as
starting to care for other people too.
right.
So
It wasn't as genuine as the first one. So
does it for our review then. So
give us the spiel.
as always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below to be notified every time we upload. Comment, let us know what you thought of the episode, what you didn't like. No confirming denying theories, as we're anime viewers only. And until next time, peace out.
See you.